Why did 3 different hotel staff members think I was a child? So I'm at this all-inclusive resort in Cancun on my first solo vacation ever. I've been planning this trip for literally 8 months, saved up every single penny from my boring office job, clipped coupons, ate ramen for dinner, and I'm absolutely determined to make the most of every single minute of this expensive getaway. It's around 2 p.m. on my second day, and I'm sitting at this gorgeous poolside bar that overlooks the crystal blue ocean with palm trees swaying in the breeze. The bartender's making these incredible frozen margaritas, so obviously I order the biggest one they have on the menu. I mean, that's what vacation's for, right? Plus, I paid extra for the premium unlimited drink package specifically for moments like this. I'm just sitting there in my comfortable lounge chair, scrolling through Instagram when I notice this older couple at the table right next to me. They're probably in their 60s, wearing matching resort shirts, and they keep whispering and pointing directly in my direction. The woman has this deeply concerned look on her face, like something seriously wrong or dangerous. Finally, after about 10 minutes of this weird staring, she gets up from her chair and walks straight over to my table. She leans down and goes, "Sweetie, are you here with your parents somewhere around the resort? Shouldn't you be in school right now instead of drinking alcohol?" I'm completely confused and totally caught off guard by this random question. I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm 28 years old. This is my vacation that I saved up for and paid for entirely myself." She looks absolutely shocked and doesn't believe me at all. Her eyes get wide and she shakes her head vigorously. She actually calls over the bartender who's busy mixing drinks and goes, "Excuse me, but this young girl looks way too young to be drinking alcohol. I think she might be underage and unsupervised." The bartender looks super uncomfortable and awkwardly asks to see my driver's license. I show it to him. He checks it thoroughly for like 30 seconds, examining every detail, nods apologetically, and continues making my margarita while muttering apologies. I think that's finally the end of this bizarre situation, but oh no. The woman is absolutely not satisfied with this outcome whatsoever. She flags down a manager who's walking by, checking on guests and making sure everyone's happy. I'm very concerned about this child drinking alcohol completely unsupervised by any responsible adults, she tells him loudly enough for half the pool area to hear her complaint. Now other guests lounging by the pool are starting to turn around and stare at me curiously. I'm getting really annoyed and embarrassed by all this unwanted attention. The manager politely asks for my ID again, studies it carefully like he's looking for signs it's fake, apologizes profusely for the inconvenience, and walks away shaking his head in confusion. I'm finally starting to enjoy my overpriced margarita and trying to relax in the sunshine when 5 minutes later, another staff member approaches my table with a serious expression. This time, it's someone from guest services wearing an official resort uniform with a name tag. "Ma'am, I'm so sorry to bother you during your vacation, but we've received multiple phone calls and formal complaints about a potentially underage guest drinking alcohol at the poolside bar area." At this point, I'm ready to absolutely lose my mind and storm off. I slam my margarita down on the table and pull out my wallet to show my ID for what feels like the 100th time today, my hands shaking with frustration. The staff member examines it closely under the bright sunlight, then looks at me, then back at the ID, then at me again. His face turns completely red with embarrassment and realization. He goes, "I am so incredibly sorry, ma'am. For some mysterious reason, multiple different guests have called our front desk reporting that they witnessed a 12-year-old child drinking alcohol unsupervised at the poolside bar." I'm totally baffled and confused until I look down at myself in the mirror reflection of the bar window. I'm wearing this bright pink Disney Little Mermaid swimsuit with Ariel's smiling face and sparkly scales that I bought as a joke because it was literally the only swimsuit left in my size at Target the night before my flight. Apparently, a grown woman wearing a cartoon princess swimsuit doesn't exactly scream sophisticated adult vacation to the other concerned resort guests.